Hello student, in this video I am going to solve the most expected question in NEET 2020 from the chapter Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry. Let me solve the question one by one. See the first question here. A metal M of equivalent mass E forms an oxide of molecular formula MXOY. The atomic mass of the metal is given by the correct equation. Okay, so let me write you the particularly what the given conditions here. Okay, so see the first one here. So let me take the order of this one here. So let the atomic mass, that is the word I am going to take the which is the atomic mass of metal. So I am going to take the indicate the metal here, that's the M. So B, the Z word the A. The A is the atomic mass of the which is the metal. Okay. So next one I am going to take the which is the mass of the metal. The mass of metal I'm going to write it as the word the A into X. So we don't know what will be the word the X. It may be the number here. Similarly, mass of oxygen. The mass of oxygen is, I'm going to take the 16 because we know that 16 is the atomic mass of the word the oxygen. So why it may be the word the any number here. Okay. So now we know the word the equation, that is equivalent weight of an metal. So equivalent weight of metal. So which is equal to the equivalent weight of metal, which is equal to mass of the metal. So divided by mass of the oxygen into equivalent weight of oxygen. So we know the equivalent weight of oxygen, that is the which is the 8. Okay, so just identify this one. The equivalent of the metal I'm going to write it as the E. See this one here. So what is the mass of the metal? That is the A into X. The mass of the oxygen is what? The 16 into Y into the 8. So this will be get cancelled 8 one times. This is the 2 times here. Okay. So now the remaining what we got is E, which is equal to A into X divided by 2Y. So now I am going to write this one here. The A, which is equal to 2 into E. So 2 into E. So the remaining is which one? This is what the Y by X. Okay, so this is the final equations what we got. Okay, that is the atomic mass of the metal is given by the correct equation. Hence the option in this one is the first one. Okay, so let me move on to the next question here. The next one, the number of significant figures in the sum of 13.21, 8.0 and 2.222 are. Okay, so see the rules and regulations here, especially for the scientific notation and also the significant figures here. So we are having 13.21 and again we are having a 8.0. The next one is 2.222. Now see the decimal after this one. This will be the 2 and here it is the 1 and here it is which in the 3. Okay, so when you add this one, and we have to keep the particular according to this one, because the lowest decimal is this one, you have to keep after the decimal you have to keep the 1 digits here, and here we are going to get the value. This will be the 2 and here it is 3 and here it is the 4. Okay, and here we got 23.4. okay, after decimal you have to keep it for this one here. That means the total, the value is what? The 23.4. This is the final value. Their significant figures is what? This is the 3. The significant figures is 3. Okay, hence the option is C. Okay, so let me take the next one here. The next one, when 10 ml of propane gas is combusted completely, volume of carbon dioxide obtained in similar conditions is. Okay, so first you have to know the general the equations. Okay, especially for the combustions here. Okay, just go this one. CX and HY. This refers to which is the general representation of the hydrocarbon, plus X plus Y by 4, X plus Y by 4 of O2. So which gives X of CO2 plus Y by 2 of H2. This is according to the particular equations here. Okay, but see this one here, the propane here. Let me take the propane here, the C3H8. Okay, whenever it undergoes the combustions, here we are going to get the carbon dioxide and also we are going to get the which is the water. Okay, but you have to balance the equations here. So here this will be the 3, and if it is 3 this becomes the 5, and here is the 4. Okay, just identify this one here. So if you take the x number of the carbon, you are going to get the which is the x of the which is the carbon dioxide. So what is the ml of the propane we are taken? We took the which is the 10 ml of propane. That means here, so 3 into which is the 10. That means the finally we got 30 ml of which one? Carbon dioxide. Okay, hence the option is C. The option is C. Okay, so next one. The boron has two isotopes. This is what the boron 10 and also the boron 11. The atomic mass should appear for boron in the periodic table is. Okay, so to calculate the which is the particular the average atomic mass, we are writing about the equation. That means see the word this one. 19% of boron 10 isotope. And the next thing is 81% of the boron 11 isotope. So divided by which one? 100. Okay, and now here we are going to have the 190 plus here it is 891 divided by 100. The finally we are going to get 10.81. Okay, hence in this one the option is A. So next question. 1 mole of methane contains. Okay, just identify this one here. So generally we know that. Okay, so let me write that one here. Okay, so we know that 1 mole of any substance, 1 mole of any substance, the 1 mole of any substance, okay, as its Avogadro's number. Okay, so this one you have to remember. Okay, so now in this one they are given 1 mole of methane. Okay, see this one here, 1 mole of methane. Okay, just identify this one here. This 1 mole of methane contains. Okay, just go to this one here. So let me write you the one by one here. The first one. Okay, so what does it contain? The 1 mole of methane. So what are the possibilities we are having? So it contains 1 mole of carbon. So it contains 1 mole of carbon atoms. Okay, so which is nothing but, this is nothing but 1 gram atom of carbon. The 1 gram atom of carbon. Okay, see the next one here. So the another possibilities we can write it as a which is the 4 moles of hydrogen, because this methane, you just identify the 1 mole of methane. So here it contains the 1 mole of carbon. So and also I can write as a 4 moles of hydrogen. So 4 moles of hydrogen. Okay, so this 4 moles of hydrogen is also which is also be equal to, okay, which is also be equal to, I can write it as a which one? 4 gram atom of hydrogen. 4 gram atom of hydrogen. Okay, these are the possibilities. Okay, see the next one here. And also, so this is nothing but, again I can write it as a which is, this will be the second one. Okay, I'm going to write the another possibilities here. So this one, so it contains this 1 mole of methane contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of carbon. Atoms of carbon. Okay, so again another possibilities here. You just identify this one here. This is the fourth one I'm going to write. Okay, so this is nothing but 4 into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of hydrogen. So atoms of hydrogen. So these are the possibilities here. Okay, so or else we can write it as which one? The 1 mole of methane contains, 1 mole of methane contains which one? 6 point, that means exactly the Avogadro's number. Or else I can write it as which one? The 12 gram of carbon, or else 4 gram of the which one? The hydrogen. But here you just identify 1 mole of carbon, okay, which is equal to nothing but the which is the 1 gram atom of the which is the carbon. But you just identify this one, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of the hydrogen, but actually it contains which in the 4 into. Next, see the next one here. There's a 1.81 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of methane, but actually it contains 6 point, exactly its Avogadro's number. See the next one, 4 gram atom of hydrogen. Just identify 4 gram atom of hydrogen. Okay, hence in this particular the question, the option is which on the C. Just go to the next one here. 3 gram of the carbon, but actually this refers to which is the 12, because the atomic weight of the carbon is the 12. Hence we can write it as a which one? 12 gram of carbon. Okay, but here the correct the option is which in the fourth one, that is the 4 gram atom of hydrogen, or else we can write it as a which one? 4 gram of hydrogen also. Okay, so next one. how many moles, okay, how many moles of magnesium phosphate will contain 0.25 mole of oxygen atom. Okay, just go to this one here, especially in this one here. So let me write you the particularly what the formula. Mg3PO4 twice is a magnesium phosphate. So according to the particularly what the formula, we can easily say that there are eight oxygens here. That means 8 mole of oxygen present in 1 mole of magnesium sulfate. I can write as a magnesium sulfate. There's a Mg, there's a 3PO4 twice. Okay, but what we have to calculate, how many moles of magnesium phosphate will contain 0.25 moles of oxygen atom. That means if 8 mole of oxygen present in this one, there's a 1 mole of magnesium phosphate, means if you take 0.25 mole of oxygen atom okay, so you have to identify what is the number of moles of magnesium phosphate. You have to do the cross multiplication, that is 1 into 0.25, so divided by the 8. So hence if you do the calculations here, we are going to get 3.125 into 10 to the power of minus 2 moles. So 3.125. okay, so hence in this case the option is, okay, so the option is C. Okay, so next question, see the next question here. The 1 liter of a gas at STP weight 1.16 gram, it can possibly be, just go to this one here. If you want to know the particular this one, you have to know the molar mass, because in this given condition we can calculate the molar mass of the which one, the substance here. Okay, so if you calculate here, you are going to get the which is the 26, and if you calculate it, this is the 12 plus the 16, and here going to get the which is the 28, and here we are going to have the 32, and here we are having a which is the 16. This is the which one, the molar mass. Now you have to identify the which the gas it may be, okay, of weight of 1.16 gram. Okay, so we know that, so 1 mole of any substance, okay, so which occupies 22.4 liters at STP. Okay, so let me write that one here. Okay, so 1 mole of any gas, the 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies so 22.4 liters. Okay, this one you have to remember here. Okay, so now here you just identify this one here. I can write it as, so 22.4 liters. Okay, so which particularly what the volume is occupied by the which is the 1 mole of a substance. Okay, 1 mole of a substance, it may be anything. Okay, so now what they're given is which is the mass. Okay, this one you can take it, you can take in terms of the molecular mass also, but here I'm going to take 1.16 gram. Okay, this is the given conditions here. Okay, so that is of the which is the 1 liter. Now we have to calculate the 1 mole, that refers to which one you are going to get the which one, the molar mass here. Okay, so see this one here. So 1.16 into, so 22.4, so divided by 1, here we are going to get, so 25.984, that is approximately equal to, we are going to have the which is the 26, there's a gram per mole. Okay, so this is the molar mass what we got. Okay, so this corresponds to which one, that is the which one, C2H2. Okay, so because we got here the 26, okay, hence the particular the gas is what, C2H2, that is the which one, ethane. Okay, so next question. 2.76 gram of silver carbonate on heating strongly heated, okay, yield a residue weighing. Okay, so you just identify this one. Now we are going to heat this one. The 2.76 gram of silver carbonate on being strongly heated yield a residue weighing. Okay, just go to this one here. Okay, I'm going to write the particular reaction, the decompositions here. Ag2CO3, if we heat, so here we are going to get silver plus carbon dioxide, and also we are going to get the oxygen. Okay, this is the two. I'm going to balance this one. So this will be the what, the 4, and here we have to write here the 2, and this will be the what, the 1. Okay, just go this one. According to this one, according to this equations here, the 2 moles of silver carbonate on strongly heating, you are going to get the 4 moles of which one, the silver. Okay, so but here they are given the what, the mass. I am going to take in terms of the what, the mass. Okay, so 2 into, you have to calculate the which is the molar mass, because we know that 108 is the atomic weight of the what, the silver. So carbon is 12, oxygen is over the 16. If you do the calculations here we are going to get 276. This is the what, the molar mass of the silver carbonate. Okay, so 2 into 276 gram of silver carbonate on strongly heating. Here we are going to get 4 into 108 gram of silver. This is the what, the theoretical. Okay, but here 2.76 gram of silver carbonate. Okay, let me take this one here. The 2.76 gram of silver carbonate on strongly heating. Okay, now we have to calculate what is the residue we are going to get. Okay, what is the mass of the residue. So if you do the cross multiplication, just go to this one here. So 4 into 108, that is 108 into 2.76, so divided by, so 2 into 276. Okay, and here we got 2.16 gram. Okay, so here we got the 2.16 gram. Okay, that hence the option is which one, the A. Okay, so next question, the next one. Amount of wet sodium hydroxide containing 15% water required to prepare 70 liters of 0.5 normal solution is. Okay, so see here, but actually whatever the sodium hydroxide is they're given, but it is not a pure one, because it contains the 15% is which is the water. Okay, so let me calculate this one. Here they given you the normality. So we know the normality equation. So normality, which is equal to, so W2 into 1000. W2 is stand for the which one, the mass of the solute. Okay, so divided by the equivalent weight. But here you have to take the equivalent. If it is a normality, we have to take the equivalent weight. If it is molarity, we have to take the which one, the molecular weight. Okay, so let me do the calculations here. So mass is, we don't know, we have to calculate the which is this one, this is the amount of the wet NaOH. Okay, so now see this one here. So here I'm going to take the which is the W2. We don't know the mass. I'm going to calculate this one. What is the normality they are given? 0.5. Equivalent weight is the 40, but especially in NaOH, equivalent weight and the molecular weight is the same. Okay, and now you just identify this one, the volume. Okay, here they given the 70 liters. I'm going to take in terms of the which is the ml, that is the 70,000. So divided by, so 1000. So the W2 here we are going to get the which one, the 1400 gram. Okay, it is not about the kg. Here we are going to get the which one, the 1400 gram. Okay, now see what this one. But remember one more concept in this one here. Okay, this 1400 gram of NaOH, so contain the water. Okay, it is not the which is the mass of the which is the pure NaOH, because this particular the mass which contains the which one, this is what the water. Okay, so see this one here. So let me take the particular this one. Okay, among this one, so 100 gram of general concept here, 100 gram of wet NaOH, so contains 15 gram of water. Okay, because you just identify here they given the 15% water. Okay, that means actual NaOH is what, 85 gram. Actual is what, the 85 gram. Okay, so see this one. So actually you just identify 100 gram of wet NaOH, okay, which is containing a 15 gram of the water, but actually the sodium hydroxide in the 100 gram is which on the 85. Okay, so now I am going to take the 85 gram of NaOH contains 100 gram of wet NaOH. 100 gram of which is the wet, this is what the sodium hydroxide. Okay, so see this one. Okay, so let me write it here. This is what the NaOH. Okay, so see this one. So but here you just identify 1400 gram. That means here you have to take the which is what the, I want the exact 1400. So that means what is the mass we have to take, that is what the wet, the NaOH here, that is the 1400 into 100, so divided by 85, and here we are going to get 1647 gram. Okay, suppose you just identify this one. if you take this much of the gram of the 15% the water, that means this NaOH containing 15% of water, that contains 1400 gram of which one? Actual NaOH. Okay, so convert in terms of the which is the kg, that becomes the which one? So that is the 1.6. okay, so here we are going to get the which one? The 1.647 kg. okay, hence in this case the option is A. In this case the option is A. So, next question. How much water should be added to 200 ml of semi-normal solution of NaOH to make it exactly decinormal? Okay, so now we have to identify what is semi-normal and the decinormal. Okay, so you see this one. Semi-normal is nothing but this is what the 0.5. Semi-normal is nothing but the which is what the 0.5. Okay, so now I am going to indicate the normality. So decinormal is what? So decinormal is nothing but the which is your the 0.1. So this is the given conditions. Okay, I am going to use your this equations here. N1 V1 which is equal to N2 V2. Okay, so this is the given, that is the semi-normal. This is what we are having here. Okay, so what is the concentration? Initially we are having semi-normal. Okay, their concentration nothing but 0.5. What is the volume we are having here? The volume they are given is 200. Okay, we have to convert semi-normal into the decinormal. That means deci is what? 0.1. We don't know what is the total volume we are going to get on adding the water. Okay, so that means V2 which is equal to 0.5 into 200, so divided by the which is what? The 0.1. okay, so hence the V2 what we are going to get is what? The 1000 ml. Okay, so all of you see this one here, especially this one here. This 1000 ml will be the total volume, but initially what we are having, this is the 200. That means, so volume of water, so volume of water added is, this is what the volume of water added is. Okay, that means so 1000 minus 200, because initially we are having a 200 is the ml of the solution, hence the water we are going to add is which one? 800 ml. Okay, hence the option is C. The option is C. Okay, next one. When nitrogen is converted into NH3, the equivalent weight of nitrogen will be, okay, just identify this one here. I am going to convert N2 to NH3. So what we have to calculate the equivalent weight. Okay, let me write the equivalent weight equation. Equivalent weight, okay, because it is a changes in the oxidation state here. Now I am going to write, so equivalent weight which is equal to molecular weight divided by the changes in the electrons. So changes in the electrons, or is the changes in the oxidation number. Okay, you just identify. Initially their oxidation state will be the 0, and here we are going to get the -3. Just identify this. So here what will be the changes in the electrons? Here there is a 3 electrons change. Okay, there is a decreased by the 3 electrons. But see the next one here, one nitrogen atom decreases with the 3 electrons. How many nitrogens we are having? The 2. That means I am going to write the 2 into 3. The total electron changes is what? The 6. Okay, hence the molecular weight, that means you have to calculate the equivalent weight of the which is the nitrogen. The molecular weight of the nitrogen is what? The 28. So the changes in the the electron is the 6. Okay, hence we are going to get 4.66. okay, hence in this case the options will be the which one? That is the D. Okay, so let me move on to the next question here. The next one, the normality of 0.3 molar phosphorus acid is, okay, so now we have to identify the normality here. Okay, so if it is an acid, just remember the equations here, the relations between the normality and the molarity. Normality which is equal to molarity into basicity. If it is an acid, we have to take the basicity. If it is a base, if you want to calculate the base, the normality of the base, molarity into acidity. Okay, just go to this one here. So what is the basicity of the phosphorus acid? Okay, let me write the particular structure of the phosphorus acid. So this is the structure of phosphorus acid. This is the OH, and this is the H. So now we have to identify the number of replaceable, that means how many proton it releases. Okay, you just identify the number of POH bond. So we are having the 2 POH bond, that means the cleavage taking place at here. So it never breaks at the pH here, it will be breaks. That means it releases the which in the 2H plus. So if it releases the 2H plus, hence the basicity is the 2. So molarity what they are given is 0.3, basicity is the 2, hence the normality that becomes which in the 0.6. Okay, 0.6 N. Okay, hence the option is D. The option is D. So next question. If 0.5 mole of barium chloride is mixed with 0.20 mole of sodium phosphate, the maximum amount of barium phosphate that can be formed is. Okay, so see this one here. So let me write the particular reactions here. So barium chloride, whenever it reacts with sodium phosphate, so whenever it reacts with sodium phosphate, here we are going to get the barium phosphate. We are going to get the barium phosphate, and also we are going to get the which in the sodium chloride. Okay, when you want to calculate these type of the numericals here, always you have to balance the equations here. I'm going to balance here. This is the 3, and here you have to take the 2. Okay, and here this will be the 6. Okay, just go to this one. According to the balanced chemical equations, we got the information that 3 moles of barium chloride requires 2 moles of sodium phosphate. Okay, and here it forms which in the 1 mole of barium phosphate. Okay, see this one here. 3 moles of barium chloride requires 2 moles of sodium phosphate, which gives the 1 moles of the barium phosphate. Okay, but actually in the given conditions we took 0.5 mole and reacts with 0.2 moles of which on the sodium phosphate. This is the given conditions here. Okay, but now we have to calculate. That means what is the maximum amount of barium phosphate. That means what is the maximum. That means here we are having 2 reactants. Here we have to identify the limiting reagent. Just identify this one. According to the given condition, 3 moles of barium sulfate, barium chloride, so requires 2 moles of which one, the sodium phosphate. This is the theoretical one, but we took 0.5 moles of which one, the barium chloride. We don't know what exactly, because we took the 0.2, we don't know what exactly. I want to calculate the limiting reagents here. Okay, so if you do the cross multiplications here we are going to get the which in the 0.33 moles. Okay, that means the requirement of sodium phosphate is 0.33 moles, but availability is which one, 0.2. Hence this sodium phosphate act as a which one, limiting reagent. That means you have to identify only sodium phosphate as well as the barium phosphate, because limiting reagent decides the formation of the product. What amount of the product you are going to get, that is mainly depending upon the which one, the limiting reagent. Okay, so I'm going to take the which one, sodium phosphate. Okay, so that means according to theoretical equation, the 2 moles, okay, which gives you which one, the 1 mole of which one, the barium phosphate. I'm going to write this one because we got the limiting reagents. Okay, so this is the barium phosphate, and this will be the which is the sodium phosphate, because we got sodium phosphate act as a limiting reagent. Okay, so what we took, so what is the theoretical the value of the sodium phosphate here, the 0.2 moles. We took 0.2 moles. Okay, we don't know what is the mass of the barium phosphate it forms here. Okay, see this one. So 0.2 into 1 divided by the 2. So that means finally we got 0.1 mole. Okay, so hence in this case the option is, that is the D. The option is the D. Okay, remember one thing in this one here. So limiting reagent decides the which one, this is the formation of the product. Okay, so this is the how we are going to calculate. Either you can take the which is the barium chloride, or else maybe the sodium phosphate here. Okay, the mass. So finally you are going to get the which one, this is the limiting reagent. Limiting reagent decides the formation of the which one, the product here. Okay, so next one. The simplest formula of a compound containing 50% of element X atomic mass is 10 and 50% of the element Y atomic mass 20. Okay, now we have to identify. So the particulars the simplest formula, that is the empirical formula I have to calculate here. So let me take the particular the element. This is the X, and this will be the Y. Okay, so the percentage of X is the 50. According to the rules and regulations, you have to divide the percentage by its atomic mass. The atomic mass of the what the x is the what the 10, okay, and here we got the value is the which is what the 5. Okay, so here you just identify in the what the y, the percentage of y is 50, okay, and the atomic weight will be the what the 20. So here we got the which is the 2.5. This is the first step. In the second step, we are to divide the what the value by the lowest of the what the particular this values here. Okay, that means so 5 divided by the 2.5. Okay, again, so 2.5 divided by the which is the 2.5. Here the value what we got is 2. Here it is 1. Hence the formula is, okay, x2, this is what the y1, x2 and the what the y1. Okay, so hence in this case the option is B, x2 y1. Okay, so next one, the mole fraction of a given sample of iodine in benzene is 0.2. okay, so here, so we are going to dissolve the iodine, we are going to dissolve the iodine in benzene. Okay, but let me take the iodine as a benzene as a B. Okay, just for our simplification, I'm going to take that iodine will be the word the A and benzene will be the word the B. Okay, so just go to this one here, but see the one more conditions here. I'm going to write that is what the mole fraction of the given sample of iodine, that means x of A. Okay, I'm going to write A is iodine, B is benzene. Okay, so x of A, they're given the which in the 0.2. So we can easily calculate the x of B. That means we know that x of A plus x of B which is equal to what the 1, x of B which is equal to 1 minus the 0.2. Hence we got the which is what the 0.8. So we got x of B. Okay, we just go to the what the next one here. So how to calculate the which is what the x of A? We are having n of A divided by n of A plus n of B. Similarly, x of B which is equal to n of B divided by n of A plus n of B. Okay, just go to the next one here. If you calculate x of A divided by x of B, so here we are going to get, if you take the word this the particular word the value, so finally we got the word the n of A divided by n of B. Now we can easily say n of A divided by n of B. Just go to this one. What is x of A? X of A we got 0.2 and x of B, what do you got here? This is the 0.8. Hence it is in the ratio that is what the 1:4. Okay, the 1 moles of which one's the what the A and the 4 moles of the which one's what the B. Okay, but here what we have to calculate is the molality. Now see the molality equations here. Molality which is equal to, that's what the number of moles of iodine. Okay, so dissolved in the which is what the mass of the which one the solvent. Here the solvent is benzene, mass of the what the solvent. Okay, so into which is what the 1000, because we are going to dissolve the number of moles of solute dissolved per kg of the solvent. I'm going to convert in terms of the which is what the gram here. Okay, just go to this one here. So I need a which is what the mass of the solvent. Just we know that. So number of moles. How to calculate the number of moles? Mass by molar mass. Okay, I want W. Okay, let me write the word this one. This is the WB. This is the word the MB. Okay, so I want the which in the mass of the benzene. Okay, that means we have to multiply with the word the moles and the which is the word the molecular mass. Okay, so what is the number of moles of this one? This is what the 4. So the molar mass for the benzene is which is what the 78. So this is the what the WB what we got. So number of moles of A is what? 1. So 1 divided by 4 into 78. 4 into 78 into 1000. Okay, and finally we got 3.205 molar. Okay, if you do the calculations, you are going to get this one here. Okay, so hence in this case the option is the B. Okay, so remember one thing here, but here they given the which is the mole fraction of the sample, the given sample of iodine. Okay, so if you do the this calculations here, we are going to get the number of moles of A, that is the iodine, and also the benzene. Okay, once you got the number of the moles, we can easily convert into the mass of the which is the solvent. Okay, finally in this case we got the 3.205 molar. The option is which one? B.